is this Bucs team better than the one that we saw last year?
Absolutely not. I think this Eagles team is just very, very bad. They're definitely the good bad team of the NFL this year, and they beat up on the really bad teams and could not sniff a victory against any of the good teams. So
Literally, yeah.
yeah.
They had not a single win against playoff teams.
Yep, that's what the Eagles did. I mean, they played in a horrible division. They beat up on those teams in the division. They didn't do well last year, so they had a favorable schedule coming into 2021. So they took advantage of the teams they were better than, and against the teams they were worse than, they got absolutely trounced. And that's what's going to happen with the Jalen Hurts team. He's not the guy that's going to be able to bring you back from a deficit. He's not going to tear you up through the air. He is not going to not turn the ball over. That's just kind of what he does.
And let me throw a question your way then real quick.
Yeah.
Would the Eagles have had a better chance of winning this game if Gardner Minshew was the quarterback?
100%. They would have. It's just the way the offense is run with Jalen Hurts. If you don't get a lead in the first quarter, he is not going to be good. The only times he was effective this year is if he was with a lead, they were running the ball well, or if it was a 30 or 20 point deficit and he was playing in garbage time and he could actually throw with no one jamming his receivers and he could just kind of dice people because they're playing such off coverage. But Gardner Minshew actually gives them the ability to open up the entire offense. Jalen Hurts does not use the middle of the field whatsoever. His only throws he can make are flat routes and balls down the sideline because he's got no ability to read the middle of the field. He'd much rather run and take off. So Gardner Minshew would then bring into play the fact that you have Dallas Goedert, one of the most athletic tight ends in the game. You have Devontae Smith.
Imagine they didn't trade Zach Ertz.
It's crazy. Like, they have a ton of weapons, but Jalen Hurts.
Well, you run a 2 tight end set without Zach Ertz. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know who their backup tight end is anymore. But they just don't have the horses to be able to play the type of game that you need to beat the Bucs. And when they got down 17-0 early in the game was over. And I don't think this means that the Eagles can't win a game with Jalen Hurts, because if you want to go 500 or maybe a little bit above it and potentially go back to the playoffs again, use your picks, build around the team. If he's got a better offensive line and better defensive playmakers, he's not going to put you in a position to lose many games, but he just can't go out there and win a lot of games. So I don't think the Bucs are better than they are last year. I know I kind of went in on the Eagles, but the Bucs they don't have the weapons that they did last year. Their 2 offensive tackles just got hurt. Tristan Wirfs is in a walking boot right now. If he doesn't play, I think the Bucs are going to be in a lot of trouble.
Especially that front 7 for the Rams. And Bob Miller.
Yeah.
Watch out, because Bob Miller's getting hot.
He's been playing well.
He's getting, I think, he has 6 sacks in the last 5 games.
Yeah. He's been playing very well.
You don't want to play against a hot Von Miller. The last time he was in the playoffs, he won Super Bowl MVP.
Yep.
And he still is that kind of guy. Well, maybe not like, maybe he's not exactly.
He's probably 90% of what he was.
Exactly. That is a scary thought. Also, their center went down too, so big holes there. And I mean, literally, your 2 most important offensive linemen, the center and the blindside tackle.
Yeah, no, he's the right tackle, but
right tackle.
But he is the best right tackle in the game, hands down, and especially with and when you have,
dude, imagine having him and Trent Williams on your offensive line.
Oh my gosh, I mean, if
ain't no such thing as a pass rush,
we really could have. Oh my gosh. But I mean, in that draft though, if we draft Tristan Wirfs, there's no chance we're trading for Trent Williams. It's the same year we got those guys. So
exactly.
Pump the brakes on that big guy.
You could dream.
But yeah, I mean, the Bucs, they're not better than last year, but they're good enough to be in these games, and them against the Rams is going to be a great matchup. I think it benefits the Bucs that it's going to be in Tampa again. I don't know how that secondary is going to hold up against the Rams. It's going to be tough.
Especially apparently OBJ's back. But the thing with the Eagles, though, in the quarterback situation, I absolutely believe that if Gardner Minshew was in Philadelphia first, he would be the starting quarterback.
100%.
The only reason Jalen Hurts,
he's just a better quarterback. And if
the only reason Jalen Hurts is starting over Gardner Minshew is because they drafted him.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. There's pressure on the coaching staff. There's pressure to live up to, we used a draft pick on him. We have to use him.
Yeah.
And now I'm not sure if I actually agree with that mentality, because that's widespread across the league.
Yep.
If you had the better player, play the better player.
Yep.
I don't think that's a hot take.
Play the better, cheaper player.
That one too.
Yeah.
That one too. And that's why teams should be trading for Gardner Minshew this offseason. In particular, I do think the Denver Broncos should be up there. If
Steelers.
They don't get yes, exactly. I was about to say, there ain't no way I'm riding with Mason Rudolph. I'm sorry. No. Get I was trying to say it last offseason too. Get Gardner Minshew in the Pittsburgh Steelers uniform, all right? Because maybe Steelers to the Super Bowl could actually happen there.
Okay.
Hey, I want to see Gardner Minshew and TJ Watt on the same team because that is magic.